Have you ever been told that you can't, you won't, or you shouldn't? It's a common refrain for many, a chorus of naysayers casting doubt, questioning your capacity to succeed. Yet what if you could silence those voices, not with words, but with actions? What if you could prove them wrong, not just once, but over and over again? What if you could turn the impossible into the possible? This video will explore how several individuals defied the odds and proved their naysayers wrong. First, we journey to the world of sports, where an underdog athlete defied the odds. Picture this, an athlete whose name was once lost in the crowd, whose potential was doubted by many. They were told they weren't cut out for greatness, that their dreams were too lofty, too unreachable. Yet they stood tall, they stood strong. This is the story of a champion who emerged from the ashes of doubt and disbelief. Born into humble beginnings, they found solace in the rhythmic patter of their feet against the track, the adrenaline pumping in their veins. But they were met with cynicism, smirks, and dismissive laughter. They were told, "You're not good enough, you don't have what it takes." But they listened not to the naysayers, for their heart echoed a different tune, a tune of resilience, of defiance. This athlete faced obstacles that would break many, injuries that brought physical pain and setbacks that tested their mental strength. Yet they saw each tribulation as a stepping stone, a challenge to overcome, a chance to grow stronger. To them, every fall was a lesson, every stumble a reminder of their journey, every scar a badge of honor. Their determination was unyielding, their spirit unbroken. They relentlessly pursued their dreams, training in the rain, in the heat, under the watchful eyes of doubt. They pushed their limits, stretched their boundaries, and dared to reach for the stars. And then, there it was, the moment of truth. The world watched breathless as they stepped onto the world stage. The underdog, the one they said would never make it, was now in the spotlight. And they didn't just participate, they dominated, they conquered. They emerged as a world champion, silencing the critics, proving the skeptics wrong. This athlete's journey is a testament to the power of tenacity and grit. It's a story of how one can rise above the noise of doubt, how one can turn the impossible into possible. It's a story that reminds us to never underestimate the heart of a champion. This athlete showed that with tenacity and grit, you can defy the odds and prove people wrong. Next, we enter the world of business, where an entrepreneur dared to dream big. In the bustling metropolis of commerce and industry, a certain entrepreneur found themselves standing at the precipice of a daunting journey. They had a dream, a vision, an idea that was bold, innovative, and to some, utterly absurd. This idea was met with doubt, skepticism, and even ridicule. But our tenacious entrepreneur was not swayed. They were told their business idea would fail. It was too ambitious, too unconventional, too risky. The world of business can be a ruthless place where dreams are often crushed under the weight of reality. But our entrepreneur was not deterred. They held on to their belief, clung to their vision with unwavering determination. The entrepreneur faced numerous challenges on their quest to transform their dream into reality. They had to navigate through a maze of bureaucracy, secure funding, and face the grueling task of building a dedicated team. There was the constant pressure of competition, the exhausting pace of the industry, and the unending uncertainty of success. Yet, they persevered. They worked tirelessly, day in and day out, fueled by their passion and their unwavering belief in their idea. They faced every challenge head-on, learned from their failures, and celebrated their small victories. They proved their critics wrong, not with words, but with actions. And then, the day arrived when their perseverance paid off. The entrepreneur's business, once just a dream, was now a thriving company. Their idea, once ridiculed, was now celebrated. Their vision, once doubted, was now admired. They had defied the odds, turned the improbable into the possible, and proved that the only limit to success is the one we set for ourselves. This entrepreneur demonstrated that with a vision and hard work, you can defy the odds and prove people wrong. Finally, we turn to academics, where a student overcame all the odds. Picture a scene, a young learner eager to gain knowledge, yet constantly told they were not smart enough. This is a tale of triumph, a story of a student who dared to defy the odds, who chose not to listen to the naysayers, but instead to trust in their own potential. This student, let's call them Alex, was no stranger to harsh comments and discouraging remarks. Their teachers, their peers, and even their own family doubted their intellectual ability. They were told they were not smart enough, that academic success was a lofty dream beyond their reach. But do you know what Alex did? They didn't crumble under the weight of these harsh words. They didn't surrender to the belief that they were less capable. They did the exact opposite. They studied, they worked, they toiled. They burnt the midnight oil, poring over books, scribbling notes, solving equations. They made the library their second home, the textbooks their closest companions. There were hurdles, of course. There were nights when they felt overwhelmed, days when they questioned their own abilities. There were moments of doubt, instances of failure. But Alex never let these setbacks deter them. They embraced every obstacle as a challenge, every failure as a lesson. And what was the result of all this hard work, this determination, this resilience? Alex topped their class. They outshone all their peers, the very same peers who had once doubted their abilities. They proved to their teachers, to their family, to everyone who had ever told them they were not smart enough, that they were wrong, that Alex was more than capable, more than smart enough. This student proved that with determination and resilience you can defy the odds and prove people wrong. This is the story of Alex. But it isn't just Alex's story. It's the story of every underdog who's ever dared to dream, every individual who's ever chosen to believe in themselves despite the odds. It's a reminder to all of us that with determination and resilience, we can defy the odds and prove people wrong. So what can we learn from these inspiring stories? These narratives, whether they be of the underdog athlete, the dreaming entrepreneur, or the triumphant academic, all share a common thread. Each of them is a testament to the unyielding spirit of determination, resilience, and hard work. They are proof that anyone, regardless of their circumstances or the challenges they face, can defy the odds and prove the naysayers wrong. The underdog athlete, who was once dismissed for their lack of natural talent, showed us how passion and relentless dedication can turn perceived weakness into undeniable strength. Their journey was not an easy one, but with every fall, they rose stronger and more determined. They proved that the measure of an athlete is not in their victories, but in their ability to keep pushing, keep trying, no matter the odds. Next, we have the entrepreneur's dream. This tale reminds us that success is not always born from a silver spoon, but often from an idea, a dream, and the courage to pursue it. They faced rejection and failure, yet they persisted, proving that the road to success is paved with perseverance and an unwavering belief in oneself. Lastly, the academic triumph is a story of resilience. Despite the hurdles, they pursued their thirst for knowledge, proving that learning is not a privilege but a right. They showed us that the power of education can break barriers and change lives. These stories are not just about achieving success, they are about the journey, the trials and tribulations, the setbacks and comebacks. They are about the power of the human spirit, the will to succeed and the courage to stand up, even when the world tells you to sit down. Their stories remind us that it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. And most importantly, they show us that it's not about proving them wrong, it's about proving to yourself that you can. Remember, the next time someone tells you that you can't, you won't, or you shouldn't prove them wrong, defy the odds. Defying the odds isn't about proving others wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about recognizing the flame within you, the one that refuses to be dimmed by the shadows of doubt and uncertainty. It's that unyielding spirit that propels you forward, even when the world tells you to take a step back. Let's not forget the underdog athlete, the dreamer entrepreneur, and the triumphant academic. Each of them were given a single chance, a chance to believe in their abilities, a chance to rise above the naysayers. And they seized it, not because they had to prove something to the world, but because they had to prove something to themselves. Believe me when I say you possess the same flame, the same spirit, and the same chance. You are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. You are not defined by your circumstances, but by your reaction to them. You are not sculpted by the opinions of others, but by your belief in yourself. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a stepping stone to success, and every doubt is an opportunity to prove yourself. So let's not fear the odds, let's defy them. So go out there and prove to yourself that you can defy the odds. After all, the only person you need to prove anything to is yourself.